Hello, this is a reading for collective. I hope the microphone works. Alright. I'm using my old phone for this one. Okay. Spirit, let the messages come through for whoever needs it. Also, keep an eye out later today. I'm going to do a video about, I don't know what topic yet, but I keep feeling there's someone out there who needs a little bit of help recognizing what they're feeling right now. I have a whole book on trauma, feelings, and what happens when we're unaware of it. Okay. So someone's breaking patterns. Lines of trauma, lines of royalties. And they're doing it, it's almost like this person's doing it with their eyes closed and they're just going, you know, whoever you are. I feel a sense of like someone's really worrying in their head about this. They almost feel like they're offending people. They're really worried about what people are going to think. And you know, it's because you're breaking free from a pattern that has been lived in for many, many years. And of course that's going to give you anxiety. You're breaking free from the chains of the past. Embrace it. Embrace it. Transmute it like this energy whenever you feel it. Just say, this is natural to feel out of my element when I don't even know what my element is, right? You're breaking patterns. You're breaking generational curses. I know I talk about that a lot, but so this is one more please for this over here. That was like 7. One more. Thank you. At the bottom of the deck, someone has a vision here. A very strong vision. Ooh, the ringing in my ears almost deafened me, honey. Okay, let's go. So, I do see someone manifesting a new career. And it's in an odd way. Like, the breaking the patterns, discovering that you're actually pretty intuitive and creative. Everyone is, but we reach it at different states, right? Different phases in our lives. And whoever you are, you've reached enough state to have a vision. You know where you want to step in. You know what environment you want to be in right now. And also there's a lot of fatigue, anxiety, and anger that's coming up, and emotions. Don't try and suppress them. Don't tell yourself you're being irrational. And, like, don't shit on yourself, okay? This is bringing in a new career. I don't know if you can feel it. Whoever you are, you're, like, questioning, should I be here? Is this my environment? And if this is the career you want, you're debating if you want to do this on your own. You're debating if you want to go on a single-man team. And if you feel you need to, and if you have the resources, I highly suggest it, because the gratitude you've been paying to your past, the gratitude you've been paying to all the people coming in and helping you reshape your reshape, I can't do it. All the people coming in to help you find yourself, okay? We're not going to do it again. You're paying gratitude to that, and that is your biggest strength. You are not playing victim anymore. I see someone used to, why me? Why? I didn't do anything to deserve this. You didn't do anything to deserve anything negative. No one ever does. We live in survivor mode. We don't know what the heck to do or where we're going, right? And focusing on the anger from others while you're pulling away is going to make you feel them. Focusing on others in general makes you lose yourself. quit scrolling social media that you don't resonate with anymore. That was something that wasn't in the cards, but it felt like it needed to be said. Quit trying to resonate with your old self. Quit relating to memes that talk about being crazy and defensive is cute, because it's not. And you know this. Like, who you used to be, you're allowed to break free from that. You're discovering who you are. Baby, you're an onion. You're peeling back the layers, you know what I mean? We're getting to that bulb, that actual center. And bulbs regrow. You can plant that, and it's going to grow into something new, probably bigger, right? The reason I use a lot of metaphors is because Spirit shows me an image, and I'm like, all right, we're just going to be really specific with that, because I don't know how else to explain it. So a lot of stuff, like when you push things down in the garbage bin and you kind of just leave it sitting at the front door, and you think whatever. Like, I live in a secluded place. I'm talking about you, your spirit. And no one's going to bother me. But then raccoons start coming, and bears start coming, and foxes, and they're hurting your animals. They're tearing apart the grass and like scratching up your like everything. It's starting to get a little hectic in there because we're pushing down the garbage and we're not taking it out. It's also growing a fungus, a mold, right? A stench. People who resonate with that are going to come in. People who resonate with you wanting to live in the things you used to resonate with. Does that make sense? Like, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You are feeling uncomfortable, whoever you are. There's a lot of fatigue because you've reached a state where you worked on yourself enough. Now you're pulling in people who want to work on themselves but don't know how to. And I actually, that's funny, this is coming out. I must be picking up on a collective that's healing because and discovered themselves because my friend this morning, she said, like, I have a lot of people telling me how comforting I am and how I'm a safe zone, and it's like, that's beautiful, but baby, you gotta protect yourself, right? You are not feeling yourself anymore. Your levels of empathy have gone up. The spirit in you is like, ooh, the doors are open. All right, I am a light worker right now. There's different levels. There's like purging, discovering self, shedding. That's the dark night of the soul. And then when you get out of there, you become a light worker. You start attracting people, and sometimes these people, like, they truly do not see like what they embody and carry because they're on their own journey, and this is where we used to be. And it's not to say, ha, you're dirty, get out of here, you got yucky energy. It's not to say that, and I know you wouldn't, but it might sound like that's what I'm saying. Anyway, you're a light worker. You're going to attract people who want to be in that state with you. They strive to be there. They strive to be seen as a light in the world, and they are. They're beautiful. Everyone's beautiful. But you can't stick with people who want other people to do the work. It's exhausting. You're going to get bags under your eyes. You're going to be drinking iced coffees for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I mean? You're not going to take care of yourself. You need those iced coffees to fuel yourself because you're giving out all of your energy. And it's time to cut that out. I do see, though, and it's not to say go ahead and abandon. It's just create distance, unfollow, remove. Start resonating with things you want in your life. Stop focusing on what you don't want. Like, stop cringing at other people when they are who you used to be, right? Whoever this is. Because I do see community here in self and fatigue. The community is exhausting, but when you learn to live within that, you find your power. And then you end up becoming a shadow worker down the road if you ever reach that state. Shadow worker is a little bit darker, and you deal with triggering people and pissing them off everywhere you go. And it's strange. I feel like someone here is a navigator for shadow work, but the people around you don't realize that. They think you're just a shitty person because you make them feel disturbed, you know? 100% everywhere I go, people love me or hate me. And it's obvious. I stay silent. It's like, okay, you know, I'm just going to let them express themselves because clearly I'm like poking the bear here by existing, you know? Being a shadow worker, that's what happens. Some people have reached that state, or else you're starting to reach that state, and it's exhausting. And this anxiety, this anger, it's making you exhausted everywhere you go. You're starting to wonder, who the fuck am I? Why do I piss people off everywhere I go? What the hell's that person's problem, you know? Stop looking at it that way. And I hate being so demanding. Spirit, calm down. Sorry. But start looking at it as like, I have to find a new environment and let these people work on themselves and stay in this environment. Sometimes, you know, there's new souls, there's old souls, there's reincarnated souls, you know. And you have to figure out where you fit in. There's a lot of solitude that needs to happen here. Whoever I'm picking up on, this is leading you to your career that you're meant to do. I don't know if that's heavy on your mind, but this is taking you where you need to go. You're releasing things. Communication, you might need to unplug from that for a little bit. And I'm seeing that as social media. I know when I first went through this phase, I had to delete Instagram and Facebook because I was starting to take everything personal when people are pulling away from me. But speaking my truth with no ill intention was hurting people and pissing them off and making them reminisce about my past. Like, people wanted to embarrass me and remind me of what a loser I am. Because that's what they resonate with. I'm not saying they're a loser. These people are not losers. This is just what they resonate with. They don't like change. They believe that people don't change. And let the universe prove that to them. We can post all the memes we want to try and plant the seed for these people. Sometimes it does work, and sometimes they start to see. But you're never ever going to be there to see the end result. Everyone has a different path. Just because you grew up in the same town does not mean you have a soul tie with these people. You don't have to stay in this situation forever. There's a lot of, you need to have fearless energy about this path. You need to not worry about the shame about people, because I do see energies coming around to gather and talk about what used to be. Don't worry about it. Whoever you are, like, I feel like someone's embarrassed that they don't have the connections they used to, and they're starting to think, like, am I the problem? There's no problems, and the people going against you are not even the problem. There's no problems. Disconnection with unhealed wounds or people who are unaware can trigger anyone and everyone in that situation. She's not who used to be. He's not who he used to be. They changed. And they're still partying. They're still doing drugs. They're still talking shit. And it's just a young soul. That's all. They're not stupid. They're not selfish. They're protecting themselves. We have to try and change the way we think about others when they start to pull away from us. It's very manipulative to tell people that they're in the wrong for choosing a different path. It's really manipulative. People can't stay in a place where we feel safe because it hurts. If I was to say who I was, like fearful, wanted to people please, and just spread love, I would probably be dead right now. I'm not gonna lie. Living the way I used to live, I thought about suicide every day. I won't lie. No one actually loved me. They loved what I did for them. And then when I didn't do for them, they would shame me and talk about me. And that led to an addiction, right? That's probably what someone's dealing with here, trying to get over the shame of having an addiction. You're still alive. Can I just say that right now? You're still alive. Holy fuck. Do you know how many people die from addictions? Do you know how many people die from feeling alone? You're still here. And that's beautiful. Stop feeling embarrassed of yourself. Declutter the guilt, the shame, the past. Just look at it as, I am so grateful for these lessons. These people, everything. Because I do see someone having stomach issues here from the guilt of, I keep hearing leaving them behind, because you might be doing better in a mental place, and there's people who may be family, because I'm seeing housing here. Or an old relationship, friendship, roommates, anything. I'm seeing someone carry guilt, and it's creating health issues. Guilt can carry health issues. Trauma can carry health issues. Feeling embarrassed that you had to speak the truth on someone, that can create a health issue. Our emotions, okay, you know, like when a vehicle has those little chips you insert and lights go on, and if one's dead, it won't work. You got to take it out and replace it with a new one, and they're usually different colors because they're updated many years later. That's kind of what's going on. You're reprogramming. And there's no shame in that. Someday these people will see, and that's okay. Who knows? Maybe these people that are mad at people for changing are watching this, and they're like, I understand. I get it. Damn. It's hard when you're healing, like whoever you are, I'm seeing like this situation right here. It's hard when you're healing. Everyone's getting mad at you for not feeling the same anymore, for not wanting to do the same things. It's like you're pulling a bag off your head, and you're like, whoa, this is what it actually looks like out here? You can breathe, right? Start looking at this as an adventure, and if you do already, good job. I see life as like a huge poetic book. Everything is assigned to me. Everything is a rhyme. Everything is a key. It's kind of beautiful. Like, I used to be so ungrateful for this journey. I used to hate everyone and hate everything. Even though I showed love, I was angry. And I'm seeing that this is purging. The anger is going away. And so is the fatigue with that. But now it's anxiety, because when something leaves our body, it's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Where am I going? Like, we have no idea, because we're alone in that moment. And we're made to be alone, because when we're around others, we pick up their energy. We become who they are. Solitude is powerful. Okay? Start loving your body more. I don't know who this is, but it's right here. It's like, if you feel sexy, if you are feeling your curves, feel it. Quit letting people who are ashamed of their bodies project on you. They have work to do too. Everyone does, as I said. If you like your boobies, if you like your butt, if you like your biceps, if you're a guy, if you're feeling those legs, love it. There's no shame in loving your body. I'm seeing someone shed a lot of shame here. There's a lot of power in that. And did you know when you love yourself, you're manifesting more love in different ways? Energy is currency. I don't know if you guys ever heard that term, but energy is currency. When you love yourself, the universe hears, oh, okay. And then they give you more. When you feel ashamed and you want to hide yourself and you feel embarrassed because you're still carrying the weight of other people's words, you're going to get stuck and you're going to feel embarrassed, right? I'm sorry, guys. I look so rough. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like be serious, and I see myself like, oh my god, I should have brushed my hair. Oh, I'm shaming myself, and we're talking about self-love. God damn it, guys. Okay, forget it. Okay, anyway, there's big changes happening there. Your perspective is changing. It's okay to start writing down random plans, random ideas. Honestly, just keep a journal everywhere you go. If you want to talk about your trauma, but you think, like, if you ever shared anything publicly and people kind of like backed away from you, it's because you are starting to pull things out of them that they're not ready to deal with. They're starting to think like, that's personal. Ew. They're still living in shame, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I was like that at one point. I used to think it was weird when people would post things and I'd be embarrassed for them. Turns out I had way more heavier shit to purge than them. Everyone's different, right? We all wake up when we're ready to. There's no rush. There's no reason to force other people to see our perspective. What? Okay. I hope this is resonating for whoever you are. You're finding yourself, and that's the anxiety, is you releasing what doesn't belong to you, what doesn't resonate. There's no need to feel stupid or weird. You might have been a scapegoat in the past for your group of friends or family. Scapegoat is when everyone just like makes you feel stupid for trying to step out of line, you know? Or else they're having their own issues, and because you won't help them or give them rides or listen to them vent, they're shitting on you. She changed. She doesn't give a fuck about anyone. She's selfish. You're not a free therapist. Stop feeling guilt for that. Whoever you are, damn. You really need to find your power. You might notice you feel a little broke, or like things are just not working out. There's a lot of resistance whenever you're around people not meant for you. If you find yourself struggling with finances, take a good look at who you're hanging out with. Remember, they're not bad people. They're just not where you should be, where you like feel in your element. Sometimes when we go up, we have dangling things here and it feels heavy, and it's like, I can't go any further. What the fuck's going on? You gotta cut those cords and you're gonna go. I'm seeing someone really put something to rest here. Stop looking at failed relationships as losses and, stop looking at failed relationships, connections, jobs as you being a failure. It's actually the universe is trying to show you your potential. You couldn't keep that mediocre job. It's because you're meant for something else. You couldn't make it work with that person. It's because you were meant for something else. Start recognizing what hurts when these people pull away or these jobs lose. Like, did you feel worthless as soon as it ended? That's something you gotta work on. Why do you feel worthless when you have these losses? What about it made you feel worthless? Do you want to continue to feel that way and continue trying to get the same job, or do you think you can do better? Right? We all have the same divine path, but some of us don't reach it until the next lifetime or until 10 years later. But we can still love from afar. If you're thinking a lot, if you're like dipping into tarot readings or tarot cards or constantly reaching out for advice, you really got to cut that out, because you're welcoming outside energy. I'm dead focused on my reader. I never read relationships. I never read ex-partners or who's coming in, who's going, or if someone's working on you. My last reading, I only read stuff like that because we need to be more self-aware of who is us and how it's affecting us. My dead focus is the collective, okay? So someone's needing rest, more self-love. And you know what? When you decide to give yourself rest and more self-love, you're going to manifest people who will let you rest and love you. You need to be more like real about your situations and stop thinking of it as, fuck my life, everything just goes wrong naturally. That's not true. Things go wrong when the universe is trying to pull you out of a situation. Things don't work out when it's not meant for you. That plug does not fit the outlet, okay? There's no mutual energy there. I don't want to do an outcome, because I feel like this was to help someone with some shadow work, and I truly hope it does help. Okay, love you guys. Bye.